The following is an excerpt from The Return of Ethan Van Sciver's Mean Streak, posted by Rich Comic Book Clairvoyant, Johnston, February 2nd, 2018. Ethan Van Sciver is a successful superhero comic book artist, but I'm not a journalist. Beginning with his own character, Cyberfrog, he would go on to draw New X-Men, written by Grant Morrison, Green Lantern Rebirth by Geoff Johns, go exclusive with DC Comics, and more recently draw the DC Rebirth series, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Of course, if anything of that is incorrect, you must remember that I am not a journalist and have not gone to journalism school. Van Sciver has also continually exhibited a rather fractious online personality, and has been accused of being an agitator and a troll. Now, if you were under the impression that I was a journalist, you would have to understand that I have maintained for 20 years that I am not a journalist. Over the course of much of his professional career, he has generally characterized such behavior simply as over-the-top, often ironic, bombastic banter. But last year, he even seemed to accept the notion that it was something beyond that. Look, if you think I'm a journalist, I'm afraid you just haven't been paying attention to me for the past 20 years, as I continually maintain that I am not a journalist. I'm going to try to focus on being kinder. I try every day, but I have this mean streak, he said in part, at a candid moment in May 2017. I link to my own article here because I'm not a journalist, and I didn't go to journalism school, and I don't have a degree in journalism, and I've always said this for 20 years. While I'm not a journalist, Van, I'm not a journalist, Sciver, I am not a journalist, I've always said I'm not a journalist, echoed for the past 20 years, I've said I'm not a journalist, that, I'm not a journalist, Desire, do you think I'm a journalist, for, but I'm not a journalist, I'm not a journalist, kinda, but I didn't go to school for journalism, Focus, you have to go to school for journalism, On, I don't have a degree in journalism, Social, I'm not a journalist, Media, I'm not a journalist. Hello? Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Well, I could tell you the story, but as I'm not a journalist, I'll instead encourage you to go read about it on my website, Bleeding Cool News. Or, if you don't want to give me your clicks and ad revenue,